Have you ever heard of a forbidden prayer? A truth so potent, it was once deemed too powerful for humanity, locked away from the masses, lest it irrevocably alter the course of destiny. They called it the Forbidden Lord's Prayer. And today, right here, right now, you're about to receive the entirety of that sacred invocation. But before you utter a single word, I need you to understand something crucial. This isn't a random encounter. If your eyes are on these words, it's because your heart is yearning for a profound shift. Perhaps you've been navigating the treacherous waters of financial struggle, weighed down by relentless debt, feeling suffocated by a world where abundance seems to effortlessly flow to everyone but you. You put in the hours, the effort, the sleepless nights, yet the endless cycle of bills, rent, credit cards, insurance, daily expenses persists, an unyielding tide, threatening to pull you under. You try your best, but the feeling of being trapped in this relentless loop of lack is inescapable. If this resonates with your soul, know this: you are not alone. I once stood precisely where you stand now. That gnawing helplessness, the grip of fear, even the insidious whispers of self-doubt, I intimately understand them. I know what it's like to offer a brave smile to the world, while your spirit is quietly fracturing inside, to silently beg the heavens for just a glimmer of hope, a solitary sign that everything will eventually be okay. This moment, this connection, is a preordained convergence and activation point for what comes next. I remember a time when I was at my absolute lowest. Desperation had become a constant companion, and the future felt like an endless gray expanse. Then, a message arrived, an email from a dear friend in Houston. He spoke of this very prayer, claiming it was hidden because it contained the pure, unadulterated power of faith. Read it every day, boys, he urged, with true belief, and watch as miracles begin to unfold. Honestly, I was skeptical. Years of struggle had eroded my capacity for immediate belief, but I was out of options. I had nothing left to lose. That night, with the lights off and my eyes closed, I began to read each line slowly, allowing the words to resonate within the quiet chambers of my being. As the first words left my lips, a sensation I couldn't explain bloomed within me, a lightness, a warmth, an unshakable peace. I couldn't articulate what it was, but the very next morning the universe responded. An email materialized in my inbox, an invitation for an interview from a company I'd applied to so long ago, I'd completely forgotten about it. A week later, a tax refund I'd also dismissed as lost appeared in my bank account, a tangible sign from the unseen. From that pivotal moment, things began to shift. Not a sudden dramatic explosion, but a gentle, persistent unfolding. New doors, opened opportunities previously invisible, now appearing on my path. This is the truth of this prayer. It's not some mystical incantation or a superstitious ritual. It is the purest expression of faith, an energetic alignment. When your mind, your words, and your belief converge into a singular, unwavering force, you will witness the impossible bend to your reality. This isn't magic. It's the fundamental law of creation. It matters not where you are hearing these words right now. Perhaps you're in a modest apartment in California, commuting through the bustling streets of Texas, or finding a quiet moment in a tranquil room in Florida. Wherever you may be, these words possess the inherent power to reach you, because faith knows no geographical boundaries. It requires no physical proximity. Faith simply demands an open heart, a willingness to receive. You might be thinking, oh, I've prayed countless times, and nothing has ever changed. I hear you. I've echoed those very sentiments myself. But perhaps the true obstacle isn't the prayer itself, but the manner in which we believe, or more accurately, the way we sometimes fail to believe. We often pray from a place of fear, not trust. we might articulate, "God, please help me." But in the deepest recesses of our hearts, a tiny insidious whisper of doubt suggests, "Maybe it won't happen." That infinitesimal doubt, that lingering uncertainty acts as an energetic block, a self-imposed barrier, preventing the very miracles God has already prepared and set in motion for you. The prayer you are about to receive, the forbidden Lord's Prayer, is fundamentally different. It transcends mere words. It is a sacred energetic current passed down through the annals of time, specifically designed to connect you directly to the infinite source of abundance, peace, and unfathomable possibility. When you speak this prayer, you are not merely asking, you are activating your belief. You are broadcasting a powerful declaration to the universe that you are unequivocally ready to receive. Ask yourself, how long has it truly been since you dared to believe that your life could fundamentally change? How long since you allowed yourself to dream expansively, only to retract into the safe confines of cynicism, fearing the sting of disappointment? Today, this very moment could be the dawn that puts an end to that cycle of fear and limited expectation. True miracles, you see, don't always descend upon you from some external realm. More often than not, they begin the precise moment you choose to believe that a higher power, a benevolent force, is actively working on your behalf, even when its movements remain unseen. Before we embark on this sacred journey together, I urge you to take a deep cleansing breath. Feel the air fill your lungs, slowly, peacefully, allowing every worry, every shred of anxiety to gently dissolve from your being for just a few precious seconds. Now, with a quiet certainty, whisper this truth to yourself: I believe that something profoundly good is coming my way. That small, seemingly simple sentence, when uttered with genuine intent and conviction, holds the power to unlock doors you never even imagined existed. Life, especially in our modern world, can be utterly exhausting. Each day brings its own relentless torrent of pressure, work, and responsibility. It's painfully easy to forget that amidst this ceaseless churn, a divine presence remains unwavering, eternally present. It has never for a single moment abandoned you. It is merely waiting for you to pause, to truly listen, and to open your heart fully and completely to receive what is already designated for you. When you articulate this prayer, do not merely speak it with your mouth as an empty recitation. Speak it with the entirety of your heart, allowing every single word to ignite and come alive within the deepest fibers of your being. Imagine each sentence as a vibrant beam of pure light, radiating into every facet of your life, your career, your finances, your family, your very soul, and witnessing them transform. Do not dwell on the shadows of debt or hardship. Instead, fix your unwavering gaze upon the glorious outcome: freedom, profound peace, and boundless happiness. Because the divine doesn't just hear the words you utter, it profoundly hears the deepest longings and aspirations of your heart. You might be pondering, is this truly real? Can things genuinely transform so profoundly? I cannot offer you a definitive answer, for that is a journey only you can undertake. However, I can attest to the countless individuals I have witnessed transform their lives through the sheer unyielding power of faith alone. And if it can unfold for them, then without a shadow of a doubt, it can unfold for you. In this very moment, you stand at a crossroads, presented with a powerful choice. You can choose to simply observe this video, allowing it to fade into the background noise of your digital world, and then effortlessly scroll past it. Or you can choose to pause, to truly listen, and to allow the current of faith to guide you. It demands just a few minutes of your time, a single small chance, and the trajectory of your entire life could irrevocably shift. Before we embark on this shared prayer, I extend a singular invitation to you. If these words have resonated with your heart, if you feel an undeniable pull to continue this profound journey of faith, of inner peace, and of true prosperity, then I urge you to subscribe to the Daily Jesus Message channel. Here, every single day, we unite in prayer, immerse ourselves in messages gleaned from sacred scripture, and collectively rekindle the profound faith we may have at some point allowed to wane. There is no mere coincidence in your presence here. Perhaps this very video is the divine's way of whispering your name, extending a direct summons to you. When you click that subscribe button, you are not simply joining a channel. You are stepping into a vibrant, supportive community of faith, a sacred space where individuals pray for one another, lifting each other up as they walk together toward an illuminating light. And who knows, perhaps starting today, your life as you know it will begin its miraculous transformation. So, choose to believe, open your heart wide, and allow the forbidden Lord's Prayer to gently lead you to a new beginning, a realm where peace, abundant prosperity, and genuine miracles patiently await your arrival. There exists a fundamental distinction between an ordinary prayer and one imbued with the power to recalibrate your destiny. Ancient wisdom suggests that when you articulate the precise words with an open heart and unwavering faith, the very energy of the cosmos begins to move in resonant harmony with your intention. This precisely is the transformative capacity of the forbidden Lord's Prayer. These aren't just mere sentences or poetic verses. It is an ancient, potent message, carefully preserved in esoteric manuscripts. A prayer some believe was deliberately concealed from the world, because humanity in its raw state was not yet prepared to wield its profound power responsibly. Yet here you are today. You are hearing these words, and that in itself is a testament that your spirit is ready, your vessel prepared. Consider this. Have you ever experienced the unsettling sensation of an invisible force, subtly yet persistently holding you back? Despite your most fervent efforts, nothing seems to truly progress. You diligently submit applications only to be met with silence. You work tirelessly, yet prosperity seems to elude your grasp, slipping through your fingers like sand. You feel caught in an inescapable spiral, a labyrinth with no discernible exit. Perhaps this isn't merely a coincidence. Perhaps you are encountering resistance from unseen forces, negative energies, the corrosive grip of fear, the paralyzing weight of doubt, or a lingering scarcity of faith, all potent barriers that prevent blessings from drawing near. When you recite the forbidden Lord's Prayer, you are not merely engaging in a spiritual petition. You are actively shattering those limitations. Each sentence, every single word, becomes an arrow of light, piercing through the darkness of self-imposed restriction and creating an expansive space for divine light to permeate your life. Before you receive the full articulation of this profound prayer, I want you to mentally and spiritually prepare for the transformative experience that is about to unfold. For if you merely listen without a genuine open belief, these words will remain just sounds, devoid of their inherent power. However, if you listen with the deepest recesses of your heart, they will transmute into a vibrant, living energy. And that energy, my friend, will unerringly find its way to the very places within your life where it is most desperately needed. Take a moment now. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Breathe deeply. Now visualize before you an immense, shimmering golden door, currently closed. This door symbolizes every opportunity you once believed was irrevocably lost, every cherished dream you at some point reluctantly relinquished, every good thing you mistakenly convinced yourself was simply not meant for you. Now, as these words continue to flow, witness that golden door slowly, majestically begin to swing open. A radiant light streams forth from within. you suddenly realize it was never truly locked. All it required was your intentional touch, your unwavering belief, and it would yield. This precisely is the essence of what the Forbidden Lord's Prayer offers. It is not a promise of instant riches or material wealth, simply falling from the sky. Instead, it unlocks the pathway to opportunity, provides clear direction, and most profoundly initiates a fundamental shift within your very mindset. This shift empowers you to perceive a way out, where previously you saw only insurmountable walls. Some ask me, can a single prayer genuinely transform an entire life? My answer is always this: it is not the prayer itself that orchestrates the change in your life. It is the depth of faith you imbue within it. When you truly believe, your actions diverge, your words resonate with a different frequency. Your thoughts become conduits of possibility. And it is this profound internal transformation that catalyzes every external aspect of your reality to align and change with you. I have witnessed countless individuals right here in our country who had seemingly lost everything: their homes, their livelihoods, even the very spark of hope itself. Yet when they began to engage with this prayer, not just superficially, but with a profound and unwavering faith, they were not only recipients of material assistance, they rediscovered themselves. A deep sense of peace permeated their beings, a lightness in their step, and gradually, step by step, their lives were meticulously restored. You might be saying, but I've prayed so much, and nothing concrete has ever happened. Perhaps, my friend, you have forgotten a fundamental truth. A benevolent divine presence is never truly silent. It is simply awaiting your invitation to pray in the right way, with an open heart, devoid of the paralyzing grip of fear. The Forbidden Lord's Prayer is not designed for begging. It is a powerful instrument of declaration. It is your way of affirming to the universe, to the divine source, that you are unequivocally ready to receive. You are not asking from a place of desperate lack. You are giving thanks from a position of profound gratitude, for true faith does not emerge from a passive waiting, but from the unshakable certainty that what you pray for has already begun to manifest and take shape, even if your physical eyes have not yet perceived it. When you articulate this prayer, allow your mind to fully embrace the belief that every door, be it of financial abundance, career opportunity, vibrant health, or harmonious relationships, is actively swinging open for you. Believe with every fiber of your being that the universe is meticulously rearranging everything in your favor, even when you cannot yet comprehend the intricate design. Believe that this vast, intelligent cosmos is working with you, not against you. I recall a woman residing in Dallas who reached out to me after hearing this very prayer. For 3 years, she shared she had been unable to secure stable employment. Her finances were a constant struggle, debts relentlessly piling up. Yet she committed herself to listening and speaking this prayer every single night, without fail. After just 7 days, she received an unexpected call for an interview. A month later, she secured a new job with double her previous salary. But her most profound realization was not the money. The biggest change, she wrote, was the unshakable faith I found. I felt lifted out of a deep darkness. That, my friend, is the undeniable power of faith. When you truly believe, you fling open the doors for miracles to rush in. Now, if you are hearing my voice in this very moment, consider this a direct sign. You did not stumble upon this message by mere accident. There are countless videos vying for your attention, yet you uniquely chose to listen to this one. This signifies that the divine, the universe itself, is sending you a clear signal. It wants you to know with absolute certainty that it has never forgotten you. Wherever you may find yourself, in the quiet solitude of a small apartment, within the rented walls of a temporary room, or driving alone late at night, This benevolent presence is there right beside you, patiently awaiting your declaration, "I believe." And the moment those words resonate from your heart, everything begins its profound transformation. You will witness the appearance of new people, the gentle knock of new opportunities. Messages you never anticipated will arrive. This is not mere luck. This is the undeniable result of the potent connection between your unwavering faith and the meticulously unfolding divine plan. Before we utter this sacred prayer together, I ask you to perform one small, yet incredibly powerful act. Gently place your hand over your chest and feel the steady rhythm of your heartbeat. Remember that every single beat is irrefutable proof that the divine is still granting you a chance, an opportunity for renewal. Every breath you draw is another whisper, another affirmation, "I am still here." Do not permit fear to silence the burgeoning hope within you. Allow this prayer to resound from the deepest wellspring of your soul. Let it become the amplified voice of your faith, your profound gratitude, and your ultimate restoration. When you listen, listen with the entirety of your soul. When you speak, speak as if the divine is standing directly before you, because the profound truth is it is there intimately present. And when the prayer concludes, do not simply turn away. Sit in stillness for a few precious minutes. Feel the peace permeate your being, a gentle flow of serenity. That, my friend, is the undeniable signal that energy is actively moving, aligning, and manifesting. And as you diligently continue this practice each day, miracles both subtle and profound will begin to appear in your life. If you feel an undeniable resonance with these words, if they touch a chord deep within your heart, I extend a heartfelt invitation for you to embark on a long-term journey with me along this path of unwavering faith and profound peace. Subscribe to the Daily Jesus Message channel. There, each and every day, we will collectively engage in prayer, share illuminating messages drawn from sacred scripture, and continually rediscover the potent faith that perhaps we once believed was lost. This isn't just about fleeting moments of inspiration. It's about cultivating a sustained, consistent spiritual practice that transforms your everyday existence. When you click that subscribe button, you are not merely following a channel. You are stepping into a vibrant, supportive community, a collective of souls committed to spiritual growth and mutual upliftment. And who knows, perhaps starting today, your life will begin to unfurl into a tapestry of unforeseen blessings. So dare to believe, open your heart fully, and allow the forbidden Lord's Prayer to gently guide you to a new beginning, a realm where peace, abundant prosperity, and genuine miracles patiently await your arrival. There comes a profound moment when everything you've been fervently praying for begins to whisper its imminent arrival. You may not yet perceive its full form, but you can distinctly feel its presence. The very air around you seems lighter, the familiar world appears softer, and an insistent intuition within you repeats, "It's happening." This moment is sacred, for it is the undeniable initial proof that heaven has heard your deepest longings. Most people envision miracles as dramatic flashes of lightning, loud, impossible to overlook, and undeniably theatrical. But the profound truth is the most monumental miracles often enter our lives with a quiet grace, subtly disguised as ordinary moments that in hindsight shift everything. It might begin with an unexpected phone call, a cryptic message, a small check you had long forgotten about. Or perhaps it's something far deeper, like waking one morning to the startling realization that the persistent anxiety you carried for years has simply vanished, allowing you to breathe again, free from the crushing weight of fear. This, my friend, is not mere coincidence. This is the unmistakable sound of faith transforming into tangible reality when you engage in consistent prayer, particularly with the potent words of the forbidden Lord's Prayer. You begin in a profound process of alignment with the very rhythm of divine timing. Things that once felt irrevocably stuck begin to fluidly move. Lingering delays start to dissolve. Individuals who were destined to exit your life gracefully depart, making space, and those who are meant to assist you suddenly and serendipitously appear. Faith possesses an extraordinary ability to meticulously rearrange your reality, often without needing your explicit permission. If you have been diligently following this journey, praying each day, and maintaining your belief, even when visible results were scarce, then I urge you to listen with heightened awareness. Your miracle has already begun. Its manifestation. One of the most frequent observations shared by those who commit to this prayer practice is a heightened awareness of signs everywhere. Repeating numbers doors, effortlessly opening conversations, flowing with an unexpected ease, and an undeniable sense that an unseen force is meticulously guiding every single step. A man from Chicago once shared his experience with me. He recounted, "After I began the 7-day prayer, I started noticing things I'd previously ignored. The right people appeared at the precise moment. I stopped trying to force outcomes. I simply began to trust." By the 7th day, he received an email confirming a job he had applied for months earlier, a position he had long considered lost. He remarked, "The strange part was, I wasn't surprised. I simply smiled and thought, of course, because deep down, I already knew it was coming." This, my friend, is the transformative power when faith becomes an integral part of your identity. You cease chasing blessings. You begin to confidently expect them. The shift isn't external. It's a profound internal revolution. You no longer pray from a place of fear or desperation. You pray from a place of absolute certainty. You don't merely hope that things will change. You know they are already in motion. And that unshakable certainty is a powerful magnet, drawing in blessings with the force of gravity itself. If you have been immersing yourself in these words from the very beginning, you've likely noticed a palpable shift within you. Perhaps you feel a newfound patience, a profound calmness settling over your heart, or simply a deep sense of readiness, ready for whatever the unfolding future holds. This readiness, my friend, is not accidental. It is preparation. Before a benevolent universe bestows its profound blessings, it meticulously prepares the vessel destined to receive them. And you, in this very moment, are undergoing that sacred preparation. I once encountered a woman whose story remains etched in my memory. She had been diligently reciting this same prayer for months, not primarily for material wealth, but for an elusive sense of peace. At first, she confessed, nothing outwardly changed. My bills still loomed, my problems persisted. But one morning I awoke to the astonishing realization that I was no longer afraid. Yet, she continued. That very morning, I checked my mailbox, and there it was, a letter declaring my debt had been completely forgiven. Yet the true miracle wasn't the letter itself. The miracle was that I had already found profound peace before I even saw the evidence. That, my friend, is the profound secret. Miracles don't simply happen to you. They happen through you. When your heart finds its equilibrium, its inherent peace, the world around you faithfully mirrors that tranquility back. And this is precisely why you cannot stop now. You have journeyed too far, experienced too much light, to regress to the shadows of fear. Continue to speak the prayer. Continue to trust the unfolding process. For with every utterance of those potent words, you are building an unstoppable momentum in the unseen realms. You may not perceive it every single day. Some days will undoubtedly feel heavy, quiet, and fraught with uncertainty. But even in those moments, faith remains actively at work. Consider it akin to a seed deeply embedded in the earth. Just because its growth remains hidden from your sight does not mean it is not burgeoning, taking root quietly, powerfully beneath the surface. Then one day, it will burst forth. Perhaps that breakthrough will manifest as a long-awaited opportunity. Perhaps it will be a pivotal person entering your life at the perfect juncture. Or perhaps it will be the newfound strength to finally close a painful chapter that has lingered too long. Whatever its form, it will arrive. And when it does, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it wasn't mere luck. It was divine alignment. And when you witness it, I implore you to pause. Do not rush past it. Acknowledge it. Whisper thank you. For gratitude is the lifeblood that sustains the ceaseless flow of blessings. Gratitude is the very oxygen for miracles. The more profoundly thankful you are, the more swiftly abundance will seek you out. If you've recently felt a profound sense of disconnection, as though your faith reserves are running on empty, here is a simple yet powerful act you can undertake. Return to the very genesis of this journey. Replay the prayer. Close your eyes. Articulate it once more, this time with absolute and unwavering belief. Envision a radiant light encompassing you entirely, not a mere metaphorical light, but something palpable, something you can almost feel, caressing your skin. That light, my friend, is the undeniable presence of divine energy, gently wrapping itself around you, serving as an intimate reminder that you are never ever alone. Every single prayer you have ever whispered has been heard. Every single tear you have shed has been seen. And not a solitary moment of your unwavering faith has gone unnoticed in the cosmic tapestry. In this very moment, you are being meticulously guided. Even the periods of delay, even the unforeseen detours, they all carry profound meaning and purpose. Perhaps that particular job didn't materialize because something infinitely better is being meticulously prepared for you. Perhaps the person who departed your life made space for someone who will love you with a depth you never knew possible. Perhaps the very struggles you endured were the crucible that forged the unshakable faith you needed for what is destined to come next. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is ever wasted in the divine economy. You have been asking for a sign, and here it is. This message, these very words are that sign. It is no accident that you are here at this precise moment. It is not luck that led you to discover this. It is divine timing, an orchestrated convergence. So do not falter. Do not slow your pace. Stay with this process, for you are closer to your breakthrough than you could possibly imagine. Faith rarely reveals the complete picture. Often, it only illuminates one small sequential step, but when you bravely take that step, the next one miraculously appears. This is the sublime unfolding of miracles, one obedient step at a time. Keep your heart open. Allow your words to be vibrant and alive, and hold your hope steady. And when the blessings inevitably begin to appear, for they most certainly will, remember that this journey was never solely about asking. It was fundamentally about becoming. You are not passively waiting for the miracle to manifest. You are the miracle already in motion. You know that quiet anticipatory moment, just before the sun crests the horizon, when the sky is still steeped in darkness, yet an undeniable sense of light's imminent arrival pervades the air. That precisely is where you stand right now. The lingering darkness is not an end. It is the unequivocal sign that the dawn of your new reality is profoundly near. For days you have been engaged in earnest prayer. For nights you have whispered the same potent words, nurturing the hope that something finally would irrevocably shift. You clung fiercely to your faith, even when outward circumstances offered no discernible signs of change. You persistently repeated the prayer, even when the rational mind insisted It was a futile exercise. And now, the very energetic atmosphere has palpably shifted. Something monumental has ruptured in the unseen realms. The period of delay has concluded. You may not yet perceive its full manifestation, but you can distinctly feel it in the profound peace that has settled within you, a peace that was conspicuously absent before. You feel it in the nascent confidence that perhaps doesn't yet make logical sense, and in the way your heart pulses a little stronger, a little more assuredly when you engage in prayer. This, my friend, is not mere imagination. This is irrefutable evidence. Heaven has already begun to move on your behalf. People often assume that answered prayers arrive like a clap of thunder, loud, dramatic, and impossible to miss. But more often than not, they arrive like the gentle caress of morning light, soft, subtle, yet utterly unstoppable. Slowly, meticulously, your life begins to brighten. One by one, the disparate pieces of your personal puzzle begin to click into perfect alignment. The email you've been anxiously awaiting finally appears. The opportunity you regretfully believed you had missed represents itself. An individual you never anticipated reaches out offering precisely the help you need. Bills are paid. Doors that once seemed bolted shut now effortlessly swing open, and your heart, at long last, finds its much-deserved rest. But the most profound miracle of all is not the financial abundance, nor the professional success, nor the unexpected opportunity. It is the deep, abiding peace that settles within your very core, the profound knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it is divinely meant to. That peace, my friend, is heaven's indelible signature. You see, when you uttered the forbidden Lord's Prayer, you weren't simply petitioning for blessings. You were consciously aligning yourself with an unstoppable divine flow. You were declaring, "Divine Source, I trust you completely. I release the need for control." And the very moment you made that profound declaration, heaven responded in kind. Faith doesn't compel the divine to move. Rather, it allows you to move into perfect synchronicity with its timing. When you learn to let go, when you cease trying to forcefully manipulate outcomes, miracles find their way to you with a grace and ease that is truly breathtaking. A man from New York recently shared his story with me. He had diligently recited this prayer for 7 days, while simultaneously navigating a tumultuous divorce and the devastating loss of his business. He confessed, "On the 3rd day, I was consumed by anger. By the 5th, I was numb, but on the 7th, I was free." He didn't mean that every problem had miraculously vanished. He meant that the paralyzing grip of fear had finally released him. "I finally stopped trying to save myself," he explained, "and simply let God handle it." Just 3 weeks later, a new partnership emerged from seemingly nowhere, and his business began to rebuild itself stronger and more resilient than before. That, my friend, is the exquisite beauty of divine alignment. It's not always instantaneous, but it is always, without exception, perfect. The same boundless power that orchestrated his transformation is actively working for you right now. You may not yet be able to discern every intricate detail, but trust this immutable truth. The hand of the divine is already meticulously arranging the path that lies ahead. You don't have to comprehend it. You simply have to keep walking forward in unwavering faith. Every prayer you've whispered, every tear you've shed, every quiet moment of surrender, it all holds profound significance. It is all an integral part of this magnificent process. Perhaps you've been experiencing a newfound lightness lately, as though a heavy burden has been gently lifted from your shoulders. This is not by chance. This is the beautiful effect of releasing what no longer serves your highest good. Miracles, without fail, always begin with a radical act of release. When you cease clinging to fear, to limiting beliefs, to outdated narratives, you create an expansive, welcoming space for heaven to actively move into your life. This is precisely why the 7-day prayer yields such profound results. It shatters the chains of control and lovingly replaces them with the unwavering conviction of trust. And now, after your dedicated days of unwavering faith, you have entered the sacred space where intentions begin to manifest, where the unseen becomes visible. You will unmistakably notice it in conversations that lead to unforeseen blessings, in coincidences that transcend mere chance. You will perceive it in the way opportunities seem to effortlessly find you, rather than you exhaustively chasing them. This, my friend, is the unmistakable sensation of divine timing, effortless, graceful, and perfectly synchronized. It is the exquisite moment when everything that once felt like an arduous struggle begins to flow with an elegant ease. But here is an important truth to remember. The blessing itself is not merely a reward. It is a profound invitation. The divine doesn't bestow gifts to merely impress. It gives to draw you intimately closer, to deepen your connection. When you experience your breakthrough, whether it manifests as profound peace, abundant provision, or complete restoration, never ever forget to express heartfelt gratitude. Gratitude serves as the anchor for miracles in your life. The more genuinely thankful you are, the more the universe confidently entrusts you with. A woman from Seattle once confided in me that after her monumental breakthrough, she began to pray not for more, but specifically to maintain the profound peace she had discovered. She declared, "I realized that the prayer didn't just change my life, it fundamentally changed who I am. I became someone who trusts implicitly." That, my friend, is the ultimate transformation. It's not merely living in abundance, it's living in faith. When you live from a place of unshakable faith, you no longer panic when challenges inevitably arise. You don't question every minor delay. You possess an inner knowing that if something is not working out, it's because something infinitely better is being meticulously prepared for you. This is how people of true faith navigate life, calm, steady, and utterly unshaken. And this, my friend, is how you too are beginning to move. Because this prayer has accomplished far more than simply attracting blessings. It has awakened a dormant power within you. The same boundless power that intricately crafted the universe resides within your very being, patiently awaiting your belief to activate its immense potential. When you spoke those words, "Our Father who is in every place," you called forth that formidable power, and now it is responding. Doors will open not because you desperately begged for them, but because you finally believed with every fiber of your being that you inherently deserved them. That's the profound shift that occurs when faith becomes the unwavering foundation of your existence. You no longer desperately chase the light, you become it. In this very moment, the world around you is subtly yet profoundly responding to your new elevated energy. People will begin to notice something distinct about you. The serene calm, the subtle glow, the profound peace that emanates from your being. They may not be able to articulate precisely what has changed, but you, my friend, will know. And that knowledge now carries a sacred responsibility to carry that light forward, to be a beacon. Because faith is not a treasure to be hoarded. It is a gift meant to be generously shared. Someone in your life right now desperately needs this message. Perhaps it's a cherished friend, a beloved family member, or even someone who outwardly projects strength, but is silently fracturing within. Be the conduit who passes this message on, for when you share faith, it miraculously multiplies. And as you give generously, you will inevitably receive back, multiplied manifold. This precisely is the immutable law of divine flow. What you release into the universe returns to you in greater measure. If you are hearing these words right now, embrace them as your profound confirmation. Heaven has answered your prayers. Its manifestation may not precisely match your preconceived expectations, but the miracle is undeniably real. You are actively walking within its embrace in this very moment. So lift your head high. Allow a genuine smile to grace your lips once more. Walk with an unshakable confidence, because the prayer you whispered in faith has already begun its journey to becoming your tangible reality. And as you continue on this sacred journey, never cease feeding your spirit. Stay intimately connected to the divine word. Cling fiercely to your faith. Subscribe to the Daily Jesus Message channel. And allow these daily prayers to keep your heart perfectly aligned with profound peace and unwavering purpose. Every message you encounter will serve as a potent reminder that divine promises remain vibrantly alive, that your unique story is still gloriously unfolding, and that your absolute best days are not behind you but exhilaratingly ahead. Do not permit this pivotal moment to fade into obscurity. Protect it, nurture it, keep your spirit open and receptive, because this right now, this very instant, is your dawn. The long night has concluded. The light has unequivocally arrived. You have waited. You have prayed. You have believed. And heaven has answered. Do you distinctly recall that sacred moment when peace, after what felt like an eternity, finally settled within your being again? That quiet, exquisite second when the incessant noise in your mind faded into blessed silence, and you could at last truly breathe. Cling to that feeling, for it was not merely peace, it was irrefutable proof. Proof that your faith had pierced the veil and reached the very heart of heaven. Proof that you had undeniably stepped into a glorious new season. You are not and cannot be the same person who first embarked on this transformative journey. You have profoundly changed. You think differently now. You speak with a new resonance. You perceive life through enlightened eyes. This, my friend, is the very essence of what happens when faith becomes a living, breathing reality. It transforms everything meticulously from the inside out. But now arrives the most crucial phase sustaining it. For the same world that mercilessly tested your faith before will inevitably attempt to test it again. Fear will subtly try to whisper its doubts. Old uncertainties will attempt to creep back into your consciousness. People around you might not fully comprehend the new profound peace you now carry. But none of that can touch the sacred space you've cultivated unless you consciously permit it to. This is where your true strength is forged and proven, not in fiercely battling external storms, but in maintaining an unshakable calm within their very eye. So when the unavoidable cacophony of life inevitably returns, and it will remember the profound truth that led you to this place. Remember that the same divine power that effortlessly opened the door can with equal certainty keep it wide open. The same illuminating light that pierced through the deepest darkness can continue to shine undiminished. You no longer need to desperately chase blessings. You simply need to stay aligned with them, anchored in their flow. Every morning when you awaken before the digital world begins its relentless assault on your attention, before the myriad directions pull you, pause, breathe, whisper a simple prayer, thank you. That is all it takes to instantly reconnect with the divine flow. Gratitude, you see, effortlessly resets your energetic frequency. It serves as a gentle yet potent reminder to your spirit that abundance continuously surrounds you, an ever-present reality. And when you initiate your day steeped in gratitude, every subsequent event unfolds differently. Conversations flow with greater ease. Opportunities seem to effortlessly find you. Even challenges transmute from crushing burdens into profound lessons. This, my friend, is how you truly live in daily faith, not by strenuously forcing miracles, but by calmly and confidently expecting them. Faith is not a mere switch you can flick on and deal off at will. It is a profound rhythm and intrinsic pulse that keeps your heart perfectly aligned with the celestial harmony of heaven. You have already witnessed firsthand the incredible feats that faith can accomplish. You have felt its transformative power. You have seen once closed doors swing open and a deep, abiding peace return to your inner sanctuary. Now the time has come to actively walk in that power every single day. I recall a man from Arizona who once shared his insights with me. He recounted, "After the 7 days of prayer, I didn't just observe changes in my financial situation. I noticed a profound shift in my entire attitude. I stopped impulsively reacting to every circumstance. I began to trust more deeply. And suddenly life ceased to feel like a constant uphill battle." That, my friend, is the exquisite alchemy of daily faith. It transmutes arduous struggle into graceful surrender. It transforms anxious waiting into serene peace. When you embrace and walk in daily faith, you cease to fretfully ask, "When will things finally change?" Instead, you declare with conviction, "Things are already changing." This subtle yet profound shift in your words is immensely powerful, for every word you utter carries a specific energetic vibration. Words in their essence build worlds. So, consciously choose to speak life, speak peace, speak gratitude. Do not dwell on narratives of lack. Instead, speak of abundant provision. Do not fixate on what is absent. Focus intently on what is already working perfectly in your life. Because what you choose to focus on inevitably expands. If you consistently feed your fears, fear will proliferate. If you consistently nourish your faith, faith will multiply. And very soon, your entire life will become a vibrant living reflection of your deepest beliefs. This precisely is how you safeguard your blessings, by diligently protecting your words, your thoughts, and your energetic field. The world, in its often chaotic nature, will persistently attempt to pull you back into the quicksand of doubt. It will insidiously whisper that faith is irrational, that hope is naive, that miracles are nothing more than random strokes of luck. But deep within your being, you already grasp the profound truth. You have witnessed too much, experienced too much, to ever cease believing now. So do not engage in futile arguments with doubt. Simply outlive it. Continue to show up with peace. Continue to consciously choose gratitude. Continue to trust, even when logic and conventional wisdom dictate otherwise. Because faith was never intended to make rational sense, it was divinely purposed to generate immense power. Should you ever feel yourself beginning to slip back into the familiar clutches of fear, consciously return to the prayer that ignited this transformative journey. Close your eyes. Articulate those sacred words once more. Our Father who is in every place. Feel the profound weight and meaning embedded within those words. They serve as a potent reminder that you are never ever alone in this vast universe. Whenever life feels uncertain, whenever the path ahead seems obscured, that prayer will unerringly guide you back to your spiritual home, to the sanctuary of unwavering truth. And remember, faith is not about pretending that you are devoid of problems or challenges. It is about possessing the absolute certainty that you have an omnipresent, benevolent provider. Even in the most arduous days, even in the profound silence, even when you cannot possibly discern what lies ahead, faith confidently declares, "I may not know how, but I intrinsically know who." That immutable truth serves as your anchor, holding you steady amidst life's inevitable storms. For real faith is not constructed upon the ephemeral sands of outcomes. It is meticulously built upon the bedrock of a deep, abiding relationship. The more you consciously choose to trust, the more profound peace you discover. And the more peace you possess, the more effortlessly blessings flow into your life. It is a beautiful self-sustaining circle that never ceases to turn. A woman from Miami recently shared her story with me. She recounted, "I used to panic every time something went awry. Now I simply take a deep breath and quietly affirm God's got this. And somehow miraculously, He always does. That, my friend, is the very peace you have been diligently building. That is the kind of unshakable faith that can no longer be disturbed by external circumstances. You have ascended to a place where you no longer pray out of desperation, but out of a profound connection, out of boundless love, and out of unyielding trust. And when you embrace and live in that profound way, miracles cease to be extraordinary occurrences. They become your beautiful normal. You stop asking, "Why me?" and begin proclaiming, "Thank you, Divine Source, for choosing me." Every single day transforms into a blessing, to witness an opportunity, to grow a powerful reminder that divine power is perpetually in motion around you. This, my friend, is the ultimate purpose of this extraordinary journey, not merely to witness a single miracle, but to become a living, breathing vessel for countless blessings to flow through. Now, you are unequivocally meant to share the profound wisdom you have gleaned. Tell your story. Let others know with every fiber of your being the transformative power that faith has unleashed in your life. Someone somewhere out there is currently in the very place you once occupied, frightened, weary, uncertain of their path. They desperately need to hear your voice. They yearn for the illumination of your light, and as you generously share it, your own inner light will undeniably grow brighter. For the more you give of your faith, the more abundantly you receive it back. So keep your heart wide open, keep your spirit unblemished and receptive, and continue to walk forward in unshakable peace. And when life inevitably feels quiet, do not mistakenly interpret that silence as absence. Sometimes the divine deliberately conceals itself in stillness, allowing you to hear its whispers with greater clarity and depth. Stay connected. Remain profoundly thankful. Persist in believing. If you have been walking alongside us through this incredible journey, you already comprehend that faith in its purest form changes absolutely everything. So do not halt your progress here. Continue to nourish your soul. Subscribe to the Daily Jesus Message and firmly establish this rhythm of faith in your daily life. Every message, every prayer, every profound story is meticulously designed to fortify your spirit and anchor your peace. Because life doesn't necessarily become easier. Your faith, however, undeniably grows stronger. And when faith becomes the bedrock of your foundation, nothing, absolutely nothing, can truly shake you. You will still confront storms, but now you will navigate them with an unshakable calm. You will still face challenges, but now you will perceive them as potent preparation for greater things. You will still harbor dreams, but now you will pursue them with an unyielding confidence. That, my friend, is the immense power of living in daily faith. So tonight, before you surrender to sleep, whisper a simple yet profound truth. I am guided. I am protected. I am provided for. Articulate it until your heart fully embraces and believes it. Because when your heart truly believes, heaven moves. You are actively walking in the light now. You are living tangible proof that faith works wonders. Do not forget where your journey began. Do not forget the divine presence that guided you here. And never ever cease believing, because your story, my friend, is far from over. The most magnificent chapter is just beginning to unfold. There exists a singular sacred moment, just before every monumental breakthrough, when time itself seems to suspend. The air becomes still, The clamor of the world fades into a hushed reverence, and all you can perceive is the steady, reassuring rhythm of your own heartbeat, calm, consistent, vibrantly alive. That, my friend, is the profound sound of peace that emerges in the wake of the storm. If you are hearing these words right now, take a deep, centering breath and allow yourself to fully grasp a sacred truth. You made it. You have traversed the treacherous landscapes of doubt, endured the elongated seasons of waiting, and navigated the unsettling territories of uncertainty. You have walked through the transformative fire and triumphantly found peace on the other side. You didn't merely survive. You profoundly transformed. The person you are in this very moment carries an undeniable light, an inner radiance. You no longer desperately chase after miracles. You effortlessly attract them. You no longer pray from a place of paralyzing fear. You pray from a position of confident certainty. You no longer passively wait for peace to descend upon you. You actively live within its embrace. And that, in its essence, is the entire purpose of this extraordinary journey. From the very first moment you whispered the forbidden Lord's Prayer, something deep within your being began to awaken, to stir from its slumber. Every word you spoke was a finely crafted key, meticulously unlocking doors that had remained stubbornly closed for far too long. Every repetition was a precious seed, planted deep in the fertile soil of faith, lovingly watered with the purest essence of trust. And now, the magnificent garden of your spirit is not just blooming, it is flourishing in vibrant, breathtaking glory. You can observe this profound transformation in the way you now navigate life's inevitable challenges with a newfound calmness, a deeper wisdom, an unshakable certainty. You can distinctly feel it in the way life now flows, smoother, gentler, yet imbued with a far richer meaning. The very world you once viewed with apprehension now feels like a welcoming home once more. That, my friend, is the undeniable power of divine transformation. It doesn't always announce itself with a trumpet blast. Sometimes it simply changes everything quietly, meticulously, from deep within your core. So if you've been pondering, what now? This is your unequivocal answer. Now you live what you have learned. Faith, you see, was never intended to culminate and end with a single miracle. True faith, in its most potent form, begins after the miracle. When you choose to live with open hands and an ardently grateful heart, you sustain and amplify the continuous flow of blessings into your life. You begin to perceive every sunrise as a fresh sign of grace, every challenge as a profound lesson in disguise, every seemingly small blessing as a powerful reminder that heaven is intimately near, always present. The key, the absolute cornerstone, is to remain perpetually connected. Because peace is not a one-time experience you acquire and then possess forever. It is a diligent practice, something you consciously build, something you return to again and again with unwavering intention. There will inevitably still be days when you feel weary. There will still be moments when fear, that old familiar whisper, attempts to re-enter your consciousness. But now you possess the unbreakable tools. You know precisely where to turn. Go back to prayer. Go back to gratitude. Return to that quiet, sacred space within you where faith still gently whispers, I am here. You are not alone. And when, despite everything, you might feel a pang of loneliness, remember this immutable truth. You are now an integral part of something infinitely greater, a vast, interconnected circle of souls spanning the globe, all walking the same path, building the same unshakable faith, articulating the same profound words, people just like you, listening, praying, believing. That, my friend, is the essence of daily Jesus message. It is not merely a channel. It is a family of faith, a sacred sanctuary, where you can return each day to replenish your spirit, a haven where your heart can find rest and your hope can relentlessly blossom. Because life in its perpetual motion doesn't halt after one single prayer. It continues its ceaseless flow, and so too must your faith. Every message, every prayer, every precious moment of stillness that we collectively share is meticulously designed to keep that internal fire blazing brightly within you, the incandescent fire of belief, the tranquil fire of peace, and the purposeful fire of your divine calling. You have already borne witness to the extraordinary transformations that unfold when you surrender to faith's guidance in your life. Now imagine the boundless possibilities that could materialize if you choose to live that way every single day. So make this your decisive next step. Continue your journey alongside us. Allow these daily prayers and reflections to serve as your constant reminder that miracles are still very much in motion, that heaven still listens with profound attention, and that the divine still speaks, not through thundering pronouncements, but through quiet, intimate moments, just like this, when your heart is still and your spirit is attentively listening. And if you are truly ready to continue growing, if you yearn to remain perpetually connected to this profound peace, to this divine guidance, to a faith that never ever wanes, then simply subscribe to Daily Jesus Message. This endeavor isn't about accumulating numbers. It's about forging genuine connection. It's about meticulously keeping this sacred circle of light vibrantly alive. Every time you listen, every time you share, you are actively helping to spread a beacon of hope to someone somewhere who might be desperately praying for a sign. And perhaps, just perhaps, this very message is that sign for them. For no one, absolutely no one, discovers these words by mere accident. If you are hearing this now, it is because heaven itself orchestrated your presence here. You were destined to be reminded that you are not forgotten, that you are not falling behind, and that you are unequivocally exactly where you need to be in this divine moment. This, my friend, is your exhilarating new beginning. As you step forward from this point, carry this irrefutable truth. Deep within your being, you are guided. You are protected. And you are profoundly never alone. When life inevitably feels heavy, close your eyes and whisper the same foundational prayer that initiated it all. Our Father, who is in every place, holy be your name in my life and in my path. Let those powerful words envelop you once more. Let them serve as a potent reminder that the same boundless power that intricately crafted the stars is lovingly watching over you. And that power, that boundless love, is far from finished with you, because what you have already received is only the beautiful beginning. This newfound peace, this illuminating light, this profound sense of alignment, it will continue to expand and grow exponentially as long as you diligently nurture it. The more gratitude you express, the more it amplifies. The more you generously share, the stronger it becomes. This precisely is the immutable law of how faith works. It multiplies through love. So walk forward with unwavering confidence. Lift your head high. Embrace the road ahead with a radiant smile. Everything that once seemed utterly impossible is now vibrantly within your grasp, because you have changed. And when you change, everything, truly, everything changes with you. So tonight, before you finally surrender to sleep, whisper a prayer of profound gratitude. Thank the divine for what has already manifested and for what is still miraculously on its way. And tomorrow, awaken ready and receptive to receive once more, because your extraordinary story doesn't conclude with a single miracle. It emphatically begins with one. And every single day you awaken, breathe, and choose to believe, you are meticulously inscribing another powerful line in that unfolding story. So keep going, keep believing, keep your heart wide open, and your faith unshakable. You are living proof that prayer works. You are walking evidence that faith possesses the power to move mountains. You are, in essence, the answer to someone else's desperate hope. And now, as this profound chapter gracefully draws to a close, remember the light you discovered here was never meant to remain confined to one place. Take it with you. Share it generously. You'll let it shine brightly, illuminating the path for others. And whenever you feel the need to replenish your spirit, to recharge your inner light, simply return here. You will always find peace patiently waiting. This isn't a goodbye. This is the magnificent beginning of forever. Welcome to your new life, the one meticulously built on faith, lovingly sustained by gratitude, and perpetually surrounded by boundless love. And if your heart is truly ready, take another deep, liberating breath and articulate it one more time, not as a desperate plea, but as an unshakable declaration, I believe. Then, allow the silence to respond in kind, softly, yet with absolute certainty.